Hello. Hi, everybody. I am going to have a hot moment. I'm going to have a humble, open, and transparent moment. And through this moment, I hope and pray that this reaches the right person or people and you do a self evaluation with yourself and basically have an inner conversation with yourself. So, my main struggle in life um, has always been the absence of my mother. Um, my mother had a mental illness called schizophrenia. And through that mental illness, she went through a lot of things through the system. She went through a lot, um, which basically led her to not only giving up on God, but she also went into drug addiction. She was addicted to cocaine. She fled from the hometown. She lost all of her children. I I basically got in the foster care system when I was 9 years old. So I grew up in the system, and throughout that time being in the system, I had a whole bunch of behavior problems. I was really close to my mom. I didn't understand why why she didn't try harder, why she didn't get help. And a lot of people don't know, but if you have a mental illness as severe as schizophrenia, adding cocaine to it, it's gonna take you down a road. It's gonna take you down that rabbit hole that only God can recover you from. And considering the fact that she gave up on him when she lost everything, she pretty much had nothing to lose. Like, I literally watched my mom deteriorate right before my eyes. And then when she was murdered in Dallas, Texas, over the same thing that she was trying to self medicate with. Um, and she died 6 years ago. So I really, Mother's Day is like, I hate Mother's Day, and it's crazy because I'm a mother, but I hate Mother's Day. But shout out to all the, mothers. Shout out to y'all. And for all the people that don't have their mother, you have my condolences. And just know, people say time heals all wounds. I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm 34 years old, and I'm just now facing those giants. So basically, um, I had to do a self eval. I had a lot of anger and hurt, which basically caused me to withdraw from people, my family, just everybody. I was going down that rabbit hole. I was in a downward spiral. I just didn't want to be around anybody. I didn't trust anybody. So I finally had to face myself, and I had to ask myself difficult questions that I've been wanting to ask my mom, but never had the chance to ask my mom. So I wanted to try this exercise. Um, After I did it, I felt better. So maybe this will help somebody else. But anyone that has those intergenerational traumatic experiences that you went through with your parents, ask yourself the deep questions. Like, for instance, I always wanted to ask my mom, like, Mom, you grew up in the church. You introduced all of us to Jesus Christ, to God. Why why is the same thing that you introduced us to, you gave up on? when times got hard. Another question that I wanted to ask my mom was, Mom, why didn't you try to get us, why didn't you try to get help and get us back? Because it's like when you gave up on life, you gave up on us. And I always wanted to ask her that. So those was the two most important questions that I wanted to ask my mom. And I wanted to know, Mom, do you love me? Did you love me? Why didn't you love me enough to get help, get off drugs, go to rehab, and try to revamp the relationship with your children? That's my hot moment. That's my humble, open, and transparent moment. I got to get off here. One of my littles is crying. So I want y'all to ask yourselves that, for the people that aren't able to speak to their parents at this moment. I hope this helps someone. I hope this encourages someone. And even if you have to write a letter and then burn it, do whatever it is that's going to give you self-healing. I love you because God loves you. Good night.